Hello. Congratulations on first, Pixel Phantom. Congrats on third, Kilos. And thank you for the daily check-in, Pixel Phantom. Hope everybody is doing good today. How are you all doing? Oh my lord, dude. I did it silly. I was up too late. Lots of classes. Oof. I was actually talking a bit of Pokemon with my nephew earlier today. He was picked up from school, so I was just talking to him while he was waiting for his mum to come pick him up from our house. And I flexed on him with my new shinies. Kilos will know. I was playing a bit of ZA last night / this morning, and I got myself a couple of shinies. One of them, okay, so I found a shiny Totodile, which is cool. Shiny Totodile isn't like one of the, it's not that like special visually. It's kind of cool. It's far from the worst shiny, but you know, it's one of those that is like, it's not necessarily something that is, oh my god, the coolest shiny ever. Like, you know, it's no Charizard or anything, right? I also got a shiny Fletchinder. So I now have a shiny Talonflame, which is really cool. And then the big one, the one that I was the most happy finding. I found myself a shiny Beldum, which I of course promptly leveled up and turned into a Metagross. Dude. One of my favorite shinies, too. Shiny Metagross is so fucking cool. So I'm excited. Metagross is not in Pokemon Champions yet, but when he is, you best know I'm rocking my boy. You know? I'm just like super happy as well because these are like shinies that I can transfer into Pokemon Home. Like I have them now, you know? And that's always cool. Was that the silver color? Yes, it's the shiny Metagross is silver with like a golden cross on its face instead of a white one. Which is very, very cool. Yeah, Talonflame's pretty cool. It's got some more yellow in it now. It's like, I think it's like more orange and red. Shiny Talonflame. Yeah, instead of having like a white belly, like a gray belly, it's all like, it's like kind of like gold-y colored, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Shiny Metagross is definitely one of the winner ones. Which is why I'm really happy that I managed to find it. Even more so that it's like one that I can actively like use, you know? In like future games and whatnot. Should I want to? I gotta keep him around. Because that's one of the things, is like very rare was it when I got like some actual good shinies. Shiny Pikachu makes you laugh? What is Shiny Pikachu looking like? Oh, he's tanned. Huge. Yeah, Pikachu got a bit of a tan. He was on vacation, I guess. That's pretty funny. Gengar got done pretty dirty as well. Oh no, Garchomp got done dirty. Shiny Garchomp makes me sad. Because there's so many cool things they could have done. And it is a ever so slight tone shift. Now, Mega Shiny Garchomp is cool because he's pink. But like normal Garchomp, very, very sad. But I respect shiny Mega Garchomp, at least. If they would have made OG Garchomp that color, that would have been so cool. But it's relegated to shiny. Similarly, I do think they're probably never gonna do this, but I think Gengar should be the color of his shiny at all times. The shiny Mega Gengar is one of the coolest looking things ever. Shiny Mega Gengar is probably one, like, my favorite shiny. But it's locked behind the Mega. Otherwise, it just looks really unimpressive. You know? Which is a bit of a shame. I hate that Gengar is one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Anybody relate to that? Because I feel like he's such a basic bitch Pokemon to like. Not to mention, he's an absolute bastard in competitive play. Like, genuine. Haunter is better? I don't see it that way for me, personally. Am I still in the starting soon thing? Let me appear. Dude, I've just been yapping you guys' ears off without being here. I've just been a disembodied voice. Hello. Design-wise, I can kind of get it. I just think Gengar is, like, very clearly supposed to be like a shadow. So it makes sense, but I understand. I understand your I understand the opinion on it. Because yeah, Gengar is the shadow Pokemon. Well, that's quite literally his name. That's his title. Obviously his name, Gengar, probably comes from the German Gänger, as in Doppelgänger, which doppelganger, right, is like the whole goes into him being a shadow of something. Oh, it could also be Gegangene. Like as in... Bam. And in... Ah. Ah. Yeah, he's definitely based on shadow stuff. So I think his design makes sense. Hell, isn't OG Gengar in like the early games basically pitch black? With like a lighter outlining and stuff. Yeah, in Gen 1, yeah, he's like really... Yeah, that looks really goofy. But yeah. Oh, I like his yellow, Pokemon Yellow sprite. That's a really cool sprite. Yeah, in Gen 2 they started getting some more purple. It already did have some purple in the OG. It's just a little bit more on the back burner. Afterwards, they started actually doing a bit more with it. Gen 3 is where they became fully purple. Pokemon Yellow Haunter? I mean, let me take a look. Yeah. That's also pretty cool. You know, I really always liked how Haunter in... They got rid of this, sadly. In the 2D games, Haunter always had kind of a glow around its hands, which was cool. They kind of added it in Gen 2, where it had like the red glow on the hands, and they continued it. Kind of a shame that they don't do that anymore. Bam. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, can I just say that Gengar in like competitive is awful for a very simple reason. Do you know the main quote unquote meta way to use Gengar in competitive, especially Mega Gengar, which is really strong, but for the wrong reasons. The way that Gengar works, Mega Gengar has an ability called Shadow Tag, which means you can't switch out your Pokemon. Pokemon can't like escape from the field. Now, what move does Gengar also learn? Perish Song. So what Gengar's main gimmick is, or at least what he's mainly used for in competitive play, is a thing called Perish Trapping, which is it's such a dick move, especially the ways a lot of people play it. Is what they will do is they will hit you with the Perish Song on the Mega Gengar, and then they will use things like Substitute and Protect to stall the absolute ever-loving shit out of you. And it is awful. It's horrible. So that's... I really don't like that mechanic, despite me really liking Gengar as a Pokemon. Which is why I'm like so in between, like... That's why I hate having Gengar be one of my favorites, because it's such a bitch way to play. I actually haven't lost to anybody who uses Perish Trapping yet. But like, man. Dude, it was embarrassing. Earlier today, because I mentioned that my nephew was over, I was playing some Pokemon, right? I was showing him Pokemon Champions and stuff. Because I figured, you know, because he really likes Pokemon. I figured maybe it might be cool to introduce him into like what actual competitive Pokemon is like. Because I feel like if he were to ever have a chance at like wanting to actually be a really good player, starting off young in a game like Pokemon is usually a good way into it. If you want to be pro in a game, you got to play that a lot. So I figured, hey, you know, I'll introduce. If he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, then he never needs to touch it, right? But you know, like, hey, take a look at this. And dude, I played against the guy who humbled the shit out of me in front of my own damn nephew. He fucking broke my ankles in game. But yeah, no, I mean, it served as a good example of like how, because I was worried, right? Because I wanted to show him like, look, this is not just typical Pokemon. This is not just, oh, I'm level 100. I have big, strong, scary move, kill. One shot, get wrecked. I'm better than you. I have legendary. You are scrub. You know what I mean? It's much more like... It's much more like, it's much more methodical, much more strategic, very technical. And I wanted to show him that, and technical is what I got. You got your shit kicked in? Dude, this guy that I was playing against fucking soul read me. It was crazy. But yeah. And then he had to go before I could show him that I won the next match. I've got to get better so that I can flex on him. Gotta earn my earn the. I have to earn his opinion of me back. Kilos with the 25 consecutive streams. Hell yeah. How are you doing, Kilos? How's your day been? Let me actually set up. But dude, yeah, nah, it was. You know what? Funnily enough, I did not feel embarrassed. I've seen some fire spin perish on combos. Perish traps are like evil. So that they redid the Elation TV voice lines for Yen. Yeah, they added the which is peak. As they should, right? Like, I feel like you can't have nunchucks be part of like something and can't have the Bruce Lee scream. You just can't, you can't not do it. It'd be an insult. Especially because every language other than English had them. It makes me wonder if they kind of like chickened out and were like, will people take this as offensive? Which I think, you know, it's a fair concern, but I think with this specifically, it's not. It's a reference to something that is beloved in pop culture, you know? And when every other language is doing it, absolutely go for it, you know? Or it could have just, you know, Occam's razor. They kind of just didn't think they needed to put it in until they saw people be like, hey, you know? Maybe it's not that deep. Fire. Psychic, actually. What is that? Actually, no, that's bite. That's crunch. Yeah, let's go Gyarados. What is that? It's gonna be so obvious when I see it. What Pokemon? Oh, is it that that beetle? Oh, it's a Ghastly. Wow, Ghastly's outline is weird. That was a very bizarre outline. Dude, we have so many Intimidates. Fire Spin plus, goddamn, you got rolled. Is doubly fucked in Gen 5 onwards. The spin user's holding a Grip Claw. Which makes the move last 7 turns. Yikes. I mean, sure, I'll catch a Ghastly, why not? I look so smug whenever I hold the ball out in front of me. Can we... Can we see if... I think it can learn some good psychic moves, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Only downside is typical count. There's no real reason to ever terastallize into a psychic type as a ghost type. You know what I mean? I feel like that's like super reductive. Because whatever's super effective against psychic types is usually super effective against ghost types as well. With the main ones being dark and ghost itself. I always found it interesting that dark was super effective against ghost. But I feel like it's probably is a balancing thing, right? What else is super effective against ghost type, actually? Is it just ghost and dark? It can't be, right? Am I forgetting something super simple? I could be. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go towards the next Titan then. I forget what we even unlock. We have this. We have the speed. We have the glide. We have water now as well. Is this gonna be the climbing one? I think there's a climbing one. I don't remember too well. Ow. It honestly could be climbing. Have I rambling? Yeah. I always like it when Pokemon games reward you for progressing your Pokedex. Because of course there's always, oh, you get this if you complete the Pokedex, which is cool by itself. But it always makes me think, it's like, I kind of just wish that I'd equally just get something while doing it, you know? Something to keep me engaged, as it were. Hey, Grimers. Got him. Lots of curliers here. Loki, I do want to see if I can get myself a shiny God of War. I really like the shiny Mega. I think it's a really cool Mega. It's kind of crazy to me how good some of the Megas, the shiny Megas look, and then them refusing to update some of the normal shinies, you know? I understand that some cases they oh. I understand that in some cases they're scared of, like, can I just jump? Yeah. I get that in some cases they're kind of scared of changing shinies. Especially because people have spent hundreds to thousands of hours trying to find a specific shiny. Granted, it's easier nowadays, but certainly like in older games, right? If you're playing like... If you're like looking for shiny, whatever the hell. Like I know some people who have like reset a game because they want a shiny starter. Like hundreds and thousands of times. And they've spent hundreds of hours. Well, actually, I have read some people spending like over 100 hours just resetting the game over and over again just to get the shiny that they want. Which I think is actually like... You're insane. I think you might clinically be insane if you're just sitting there for like hundreds of hours just being like, okay, reset, just for the shiny starter. You are an individual who maybe needs something checked out. Oh, there's steel types. Oops. Go get him, Fletchender. Kill. I just realized I could possibly get like some of my boys over into this game. The new shinies I found. So they're a bit higher level, so I'd need to like evolve them and whatnot first. You don't need to do them shiny hunters that dirty. I mean, it wasn't intended to be like a mean thing, but like, damn. As somebody who I have no issue with hitting my head against the wall, right? You're talking to the guy that spent about like 11 hours non-stop trying to beat a single like Elden Ring boss. Like I get it, but like it's genuinely insane to me. Like it's a different I just always think like there's an easier way to do this, I'm sure. And I'm not talking about cheating or anything like that either. You bought it? My fake out, that is. Oh no, he's gonna fake out, isn't he? Where's a ghost type Pokemon when you need it? Ooh. Wait, was the true fake out that he that he doesn't have fake out? That's a crazy fake out. No? Big if true? Ew. Another Oink alone. Maybe this one has fake out. Maybe they're both fake outs. Hey, Nee. Okay, they don't have fake out. The true fake out is that he doesn't have fake out. One more. Nice. How's your day been? Ernesto. Little joke. Yeah. Dude baited us. He did not have fake out. The true fake out was the fact that he didn't have fake out all along. I'm too like brainwashed by fucking Pokemon champions that my first thought is like, oh shit, fake out? Oh no. Bikeridon? Yeah, Maridon is rolling around, dude, with his weird little neck circle and butt circle. Gotta work. Gotta go to bed. Dude, every time I say that, I remember he's dead, and that's like insane to me. The Lord of Zombies, what's up? Yo, Phantom. So somewhere in one of these mines that are around here, we should find the lurking Steel Titan. Rumor has it that the thing's staggeringly huge and real long. Heard that before. You'd think a Pokemon like that would be easy to spot. I wonder how it stays hidden. Maybe it's super fast? That's the case. Riding that Pokemon of yours might help catch up. I never really saw the value in shinies because I played the games where they were introduced. Where they were introduced. Gen 2, the shinies tied to IVs. I think they needed to be 10 or less. They were worse Pokemon 70% most of the time. On what you need specifically from that Pokemon, like special attack for an Alakazam. Have I fought Meowth before? Yeah, I have. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think I agree. Like some of the shinies look really cool, and I personally, I think one. It died. It just. Wow. I thought it'd be more like the Pokemon Ranger games where it's like, wah, and then it like continues living its life. No, it just does that. What was I saying? I think I understand, like, some shinies do look really cool. And I understand wanting to be like, oh, stop trying to fight the elephant. Okay, 40. I'll just use 2 of these. I have way more of them, so that's fine. Fun fact, if you see a shiny Voltorb, it is unable to explode on the field if it's not in metal. Interesting. Is that like a fail-safe thing then? That's pretty cool. Well, you banged the head against what was perfect IV Pokemon? It was hard to gauge back then. I mean, why, right? Like, I feel like you can make the same argument. IVs are practically worthless in like single play, and I know you don't do competitive Azure, which is where IVs actually do matter. Area 3 of the East Province is a mining belt. We dig for metals. Metals? Uh-oh. Gonna have a steel type? I thought it was gonna have a ground type because of digging. Okay, no. We're fine. Don't get sent flying during a windstorm. You did playground competitive? Ah, gotcha. Bam. What do we? How do we feel about them kind of at the idea of not having any IVs be a thing in Pokemon Champions? Because IVs don't exist in Pokemon Champions. You only have basically EVs, which are called stat points in the game that you can like shift around as needed. You have to spend currency or like a ticket on it. But yeah. It's much more accessible in that regard. And I've seen some people... It sounds weird as fuck. It makes sense from an angle of being competitive. What's up, Frigibacks fan? Yeah, do you like Frigibacks? It's pretty... I think that's a pretty safe question to ask. I always wonder if a lot of people who are like anti stuff like that are anti it out of sunk cost fallacy. I think there is something to be said from the perspective of maybe I'm just going here. Who's it? You. Would you like to build your house with only columns and not walls? I kind of disagree. I think it's much more in the sense of a lot of Pokemon are inherently the same. Like, every Pokemon's potential is the same. It's just how they're trained that makes the difference. And I do kind of, personally, I low-key kind of vibe with that. I personally was never too interested in the whole, like, breeding process. I guess so, but I mean, wait, what part's tripping you up, Azure? Car! Cracks me up when you find, like, random cars around. Dugtrio. I think we can go fight a Dugtrio. Go, Meow! Oi! Get out of here, Growler. I'm busy. There you go. Should we just mark the map? Let me do that, actually. What? Where I fell? What do you mean? Where? I hear a Gimmighoul. Is he down there? The fact that IVs were always a core mechanic, it sounds like they simplified the process of getting your ideal mon. I guess makes sense for champions. They wanted to kind of lower the barrier of entry for actual, like, competitive play, is the reason. Oh my god. It's raining. And they didn't want to have it be this thing that, oh, you have to spend a lot of time and hours getting the ideal stats for your Pokemon. Otherwise, everybody's just gonna have a massive advantage over you. Because the problem you ended up getting is a lot of people just cheated in Pokemon, right? A lot of people were like, eh, you know. Would remove IVs completely. I'm not saying it's bad per se, it just feels off. I think it's how you're viewing it. It's not that they've made, I think it's less that they removed IVs. I think it's more that all IVs are kind of set to a thing, which functionally is the same, but I feel like it's how you see it in your mind. At least that's how it is to me. It's less that they've, like, removed things, and more that they've changed it so that they've equalized them. But I get what you mean. If that was something that you focused on, like, as you said earlier, it was like that was one of your obsessions when you were playing Pokemon, was getting IVs and whatnot. I can see why them being removed would be like a thing that feels weird. I mean, I've known about them, but like, I don't know. I felt more like, okay, sweet. Don't have to worry about that as much. Though I would like to see a more maybe in-depth, hands-on training experience for Pokemon. So you feel like an actual trainer in some cases. But I understand that that's a weird balance to get right. Yeah. Hey, Gyarados. Stop killing everything. Thank you. Ooh, a red candy. Nice. Man, I don't know. I think I'm... It's one of the changes that certainly for a competitive game, it makes sense. I forgot about this part. It's just a pure steel type, right? So... Hey, bud. Ugly ass Pokemon. Look at this thing. Orthworm. I've never been an Orthworm fan. I'm gonna be real. It's such a goofy looking Pokemon. And then it's a pain in the ass to deal with because one of Steel's few weaknesses, being ground, is ineffective against it. In fact, it heals it. Like, ew! Why does it move like that? Dude. Bam. I think there's a lot that they could potentially do to maybe make certain things in Pokemon more accessible to the average player, while still maintaining its in-depth aspects. Though granted, I feel like they still are in the process of figuring that out. And I hope they do. I think there's a lot of cool things that they could do with Pokemon that they just haven't really gotten around to doing yet. Oh, is this your home? Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to break in. But you can spend in-game currency, VP. That's what you earn to adjust everything about a Pokemon. Change its moves, change its nature, and adjust its stats. Functionally, it basically works the exact same way that the Titan Orthworm began eating something. It works the same way as EVs. Phantom, you managed to pin down the Titan? That's the Lurking Steel Titan? It's, well, it sure is long. I think our little friend might be even feistier now after eating those herbs. We're gonna need to do this together, Phantom. Holy shit, it's going Super Saiyan. Toad School? Boom, get burned. Alaskan Bullworm. I can't see Toad School. Is it supposed to be here somewhere? I could go attack Toad School too. My kill. Get out of here. Not the sandstorm. Oh, nice. That the synergy. Hex because it's burnt. Huge. Okay, it should die this round. Toad School! Got him. The wild Orthworm fainted. Is this Toad School in the room with us? That's what I'm wondering. Why are you looking at me like that, Fletchender? It knows it's going to be replaced soon. We did it, Phantom. Way to go, little buddy. Did you get a good look at its face, though? I didn't expect a Titan to be such a little cutie. Cute? Brother. Yeah, see that shit? Got him. Huh? I bet if we go in here, we'll find more of that Hubba Mystica it ate before. Let's go find it before that thing can regroup. Come out, wherever you are. You're talking to a plant. Ooh, looks like snow. Holy shit. I thought that was part of the in-game noise. It was just my alarm going off. Yes, found it. Here's a little herb. Salty Herba Mystica. Ooh. Ew. Okay. I mean, I guess salty herbs probably is, you know, is akin to salt, you know? Good for seasoning. The shape, the sheen. Looks like it'll taste horrible, which means it's got to be good for you. Okay. Now then, let's see. What does the book have to say? Well, apparently the salty Herba Mystica helps with aching hands and feet. Good for neuropathy and numbness. When you've got weak muscles, when you got muscle weakness, it supposedly builds up strength again. Ooh. It sounds like it's good after a workout. No time to waste. Let's get some food going. Yeah. Hey! What the? Sorry for the wait. Here's a super healthy sandwich that'll perk you right up once you eat it. Plus a token of our friendship. Here's another Titan badge. Gaze upon it in awe as you eat. He's doing the thing. He's doing the meme. He's doing the salt sprinkle meme. Look at him go. Gas. You want to give your sandwich to Maridon? I'll share. Yeah. Come on out, my boss, Steve. Food's up. Woof. Still cracks me up how easily he just snaps it in half, dude. Munch, munch, munch. Boof. That's the sound he makes. Oh, would you look at that? Seems like someone's got a proper appetite now. Yeah. We'll be able to jump higher now. Okay, that's the ability. Seems like that fellow's also slowly regaining its original strength. Still, doesn't look like it's anywhere close to returning to its battle form. Yes. Seems healthy enough physically. Maybe it's got some kind of mental block that's preventing it from returning to its true form? What do you mean? I've read about it in books before. A mental scar, like psychological trauma, you know? I think that's what you call it. Maybe it had a terrifying experience in battle, so now it's scared to battle at all. Well, don't worry. I'm sure both that brute and Mabostiff will make a full recovery eventually. So how you feel, Mabostiff? How's that Herba Mystica working? No pressure. Not like it's fair to expect every kind of Herba Mystica to have some huge effect, right? And it's not like the effect has to be immediate either. Hey, it's okay, don't worry. Brad and I are gonna make sure you're right as rain. Got one more herb to go, and I bet it's the best of them all. This has gotta be. Alright, Phantom. The next stop on our little herb hunt should be the last. But we can't lose steam till we're done. Let's keep up our momentum. Here we go. Yeah. Hello, Phantom. This is Turo. I detect that Maridon has regained more of its original power. While you're riding up on it, it seems you can now jump higher if you press and hold the B button. You must continue helping Maridon recover. Okay. What's next now, actually? So, I think this gym is technically next. Though we can also pivot to do Poison Dude as well. Like right now, I think with our current levels. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll quickly head over to this place first, though. Can we loop over, or do we have to just go around? Might have to just go around. I know, Eri is like the last one we want to do. Because she's actually really strong. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take out this dude. The Navi squad. Then go over to here. To Mr. Dude over here. At the Asado Desert. And then take care of this dude over here. Our boy Larry. And after that we can pivot up north here, I think. Which we can actually look for Frigibacks. Because I do want to have a... I want to have a Frigibacks this time around. I didn't have one originally. And I feel like if I'm playing through a Pokemon game, I might as well grab the pseudo-legendary of said game, you know? Which, admittedly, I don't think I did in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But you know what? I'm going to do it this time. I technically did, and I'm still doing in Black and White. Worry not, I have not forgotten about black and white. That shit's still on the way. I just need to stop being lazy and actually level more. Because that's the main thing. In Scarlet and Violet right now, there's admittedly not much to do. Not Scarlet and Violet, sorry. In Black and White right now, there's admittedly not much to do. Other than just level up. And then beat the big boys again. So I wanted to save it for a stream where I'm all leveled up and I can do lots of different things at once. You know? And the fact that I must have caught like 50 different Glygars and not one had the hidden ability, which pisses me off. But whatever. Maybe I'll just sit down one evening and just grind. Ooh, Snova. This is actually not a great combination here. Back to Fletchender. Get that 4x fire weakness. That has to be so unlucky. 4x fire weakness is brutal. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, a slash. Do we have a normal that we can remove with? I kind of want to keep, I kind of want to just keep leafage, though. And actually, no. There's no reason to have leafage. Here you go. Get rid of leafage. I don't know why I was like, I kind of want to keep leafage. My brain, like, lagged, I guess. Dude, can I, so, can I move on to my next set of woes? Playing, Pokemon Champions? Is the fact that I can't find a Sinistcha. Every team wants a goddamn Sinistcha. And I am incapable of actually finding one. And it's pissing me off. Especially annoying because I can't get a Sinistcha unless I keep playing this game and eventually reach, buy the DLC and reach one of the DLC areas. Meaning, for a while, my only option to get a Sinistcha, which is one of the best Pokemon for competitive right now, to my knowledge at least, the only way for me to actually get a Sinistcha is, oh shit, right, we jump higher now. That's freaky. The only way for me to actually get Sinistcha is by like actively playing more champions and just keep rolling. Or I keep playing this game, reach it eventually, and actually just like buy the DLC and shit, you know? Which is wild to me, but hey. Wait, what is that? Oh boy. What a beautiful game. Truly. Right, we wanted to reach this guy. Okay, we already have it pinged. We just need to reach it. Oh shit, a Bagon. We already have one though. Alright, who's the big sparkly boy in the middle then, huh? Who's making all that visual noise? Oh shit, it's this thing! Okay, this is actually kind of a cool Pokemon. Oh shit, a Dreepy! Oh. Dib. How am I gonna do this? Let's start with this. It shouldn't do as much damage. Perfect. There you go. Let's start with a normal Pokeball. If need be, I can always adjust. Ooh. Okay, that seems fine so far. I've never had a Dragapult. I feel a connection to this Pokemon, mainly because, you know, Ghost and Dragon types. You know, come on. One of my favorite combos. I think the only other Ghost Dragon is Giratina, no? But there you go, got a Dreepy. Another pseudo legendary we can get if need be. Now, what level are you? Level 30. We can work with that. Okay, what are you? I want to say that's Steel type. Yeah. That works perfectly fine with us. I think we'll catch a Phalanx. Because why not? It's a cool Pokemon. Might as well. Just chuck a Pokeball at it and all. I don't think we can kill it here. I think it will automatically always break into, like, its... There you go. It'll do, like, a bah thing, right? Let's throw a Pokeball at it. Pokemon! Gotta catch 'em all. Rock Smash. Eat it? You probably shouldn't eat bugs. At least, oh. Okay, we're now on a time limit. You'll have to see it. Let's use a Great Ball. Actually, we can use a Net Ball, right? As a bug type. There you go. Damn. He did not want that. Sheesh. Come on, bro. You have at max one more go at this. Don't do this. Don't do this now, buddy. There you go. He knew what's up. He knew what's up. How you doing, Link? Everything all right? Oh wait, it's just a pure fighting? Wait, I thought it was bug fighting. Huh. Wow, I was... Dude, I'm telling you, it's the Sword and Shield Pokemons that elude me the most. It's the... You miss out on one gen of Pokemon and suddenly you know nothing about any of the Pokemon in it. You know what I mean? Where is this? Oh, it's behind. Give me a girl coin. A girl. A casket. A mana. I didn't even see it. A cadaver. Here you go, we'll just do that. Hey, Mr. Trainer, Mr. Trainer! Or Mrs. Trainer, Mrs. Trainer! Hello. Fan of sad songs? Well, not so much. My personal opinion is they're okay, I guess. Lydia! Big lids. What? A bug type? This is concerning. I guess we can just slash. That works. We'll hit it with another. Okay, it hits me with the grass type move, for whatever reason. Another slash. Boom. Get slashed. Whoop. It's a sad sound. Okay, why are you singing at me, huh? Get away from me! Poison Steel type, that's really not a good combo for Masquerada. Outplayed. Oh my god. Sandstorm. What's up, Jamie? I forgot I had that emote. That's an awful, awful emote. What's it called? Sniffer detected. The way he looks. The way he looks. The eyes just fucking go crazy. The Bulba found you. Don't we have vibe check as well? Yeah. Beautiful. Hariyama. Very cool Pokemon, actually. Kind of like Hariyama. Always was kind of a fan of it. Ew, why do they sound so gross? Goofy ass Varoom. He loves me not. If I beat you, I'm gonna tell my crush how I feel. Now you're gonna make me feel bad. Why would you put me in this position? Damn. Huge damage. Deep bomb. I forget, when does Florigato evolve? Into Masquerada! Oh, I lost, oh thank goodness. Go wanted to lose. She wasn't ready. Red candy. How do you guys think red candies taste? You guys think that's you guys think that shit's good? Or like, are they gross? Blackcurrant? Oh, it's a Glimmet. It's like, the fuck is that? Huh? And a Sableye. Sableye. Holy. There's so many people in this. Oh, right. Sand Trap. Ugh, okay. Whatever. Or like Arena Trap. I forget how quick Doug Trio is. Sableye. Damn, how fat are you? He takes up his model is nowhere near as thick as his hitbox. Oh my god, look at this place. Any day now. What are you looking for, bro? Sips always says, here we go. My baby is due any day now. I gotta get serious. What are you doing in this cave then? Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Okay, you know what? Stay in this cave. Do not go anywhere, any children with Hypno. I could have gotten a bit more serious in that battle. Damn, okay. So that's just how it is, huh? Oh, this might actually kind of be a bit rough. I guess we'll just flash. Okay. I'm in hell right now, by the way. I just thought everybody should know. I hate this cave. This cave is awful. Don't you dare. Why is it so full in here, dude? Help! Help me! Oh no, dude. Oh man, I gotta heal. Why is the cave so full of things, dude? Let me get out of here, dude. Where am I? What is that? Pee-pee party? These little guys. Little dudes. Having a great time. That's such a pitiful explosion. That's a whole ass Espeon in here. What the hell? Amnesia. The Dark Descent. Dude, I almost died. I could have died just then. Do you see that? I very narrowly averted my own death. That's a level 50, dude. Hell no. Come on, just let me reach the dude, alright? It's just a random Voltorb just blowing itself up in the distance. My main goal is to blow up. And then act like I don't know nobody. What is this over here? Is this like some... Ooh. Gimme girl. Reflect. Nice. That's a pretty good move. That's pretty good. Timeable. Also pretty good. Awakening. Also pretty good. Help. Help! Bruh. That is a weird event to happen. Acrobatic. Oh, it's happening again. Why? Okay, what's wrong with these structures, dude? Huh? This is awful. Who designed these? Holy shit, look at all of those Hariyamas and like Makuhitas. All of those mojitos. Ah! Holy shit! Dude, it comes at you. Okay. Right. This is an intriguing perspective of the battle, I must say. Ah! Everywhere I go. Avoided. Get wrecked. Ankles broken. Max elixir. An elixir that brings the maximum. PP up. And a full restore. Very nice, actually. I see a little cave there. What'd it do? Max Cumge. That's wild. Yee-hoo! A smooth rock. Me when I'm out and about. And I find a smooth rock that I like and I bring it home. That's a shared experience, right? Why is it I wonder if it's like an evolutionary trait. You reckon there's something within our brains that is like, ooh, smooth rock, that like makes us like him? I always wonder. Wise one! Thank you for the raid. How you doing, Wise? How's it shaking? We're going to play some Scarlet Violet. Some Scarby, you know what I mean? Emphasis on the Vi part because that's the version we're playing. Can we reach up here without... Hold on. This is a toughie. Whoa! Yeah, we can. I'm gonna like drag myself up. You playing some old school RuneScape? Ooh, we grinding it out? Not strike. Phantom, what's up? You playing a RuneScape like? Oh, Phantom. I see. See, my eyes are shitty, so that looks the same to me. What's up, devil? You can bonk the wise one for a nugget of wisdom. Can't promise it'll be helpful. Any wisdom is helpful. It's just you need to know, sometimes it's not immediately helpful. It will be helpful down the line, though. Fell for the taunt. Oh, boy! Oh, God, actually. This thing is kind of a menace. I just realized. All out! Go, everybody! Get strong! Yippee! Black Grimoire Cursebreaker. Interesting. Does that not have a category? Let's do it again. Go, yippee! Woo, wahoo! Huh. Remember to take your meds? True. Do not forget to get more before the script runs out. Also true. Not the facade. Ooh. Holy shit. God damn. Maybe I should use acrobatics here. Blah! It killed me. I am killed. But no one ever joins in the cat. Poor cat. Put on OSRS. Ah, I see. Gaming the system. Naughty, naughty. Fair enough. Twitch will have your head. I wonder if that's something they care about, because I know incorrect categorizing is something that they said in the past that they're cracking down on. But I wonder to what degree. That actually has me a bit curious now. I wonder what level this thing is. This thing took a fair few, like, hits. All the while, like, being... While I've done stuff. Did not know that? I'm not saying that what you did was like against rules. I just know that Twitch a while back in the TOS was like, make sure you properly categorize and allocate your things, like your all of that kind of stuff. And I know some people got in trouble for being like in the wrong category. But I'm not sure if it's something that is like, oh, yeah, you're like slightly wrong with whatever category you're in. Or if it's something that is like, oh yeah, as long as you're like generally right and you're not like harming anything. As long as you're technically correct. Because like, for example, I know a lot of people split around in the Pokemon category. Usually a lot of people go into the newest Pokemon category. And stuff. 86,105 platinum arrows? It feels like a lot. What is that? And why do you have so many? I think it was level 35. No wonder it was actually kind of rough to fight. Makes sense. $255K. What are you... What? What are you guys grinding? Hello? Goodness. Oh. Is this the Bagon cave? Look at these little dudes. Dragonclaw, it is. Nice. I already have one though. You guys may chill. It's an idle game. Ah, gotcha. Okay, that makes things more understandable. I'm gonna say it's like, how much have you guys been no-lifing? Goodness. But I get you now. It's like that. It's like Cookie Clicker. Who remembers Cookie Clicker? I say remembers, but I think I've heard people say that they're like people still play it nowadays too. So maybe there's not even much to remember. If it's still around. The Master Survival games. Play 4 at a time while you play games. Huh? I always at some point forget idle games, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really, why would I play more? You know what I mean? There's no real point to it, is what my brain starts telling me. You've heard of it? Damn. Hi, Brio. Thank you for the daily check-in. And second. Damn, nobody else got second? SMH my head. Let's see. What have we got here? Some more great balls, repeat balls. Repeat balls are pretty good if you're like grinding out like certain Pokemon. Back to work so you like. Enjoy work as best you can. Also, thank you for the daily check-in, wise one. I'd like to sell some things actually. We have some things we can sell. A bunch of things, in fact. Dude, we're like kind of rich at this point. Holy shit. Why, dude, you get so rich in this game. Stonks. Adge. Not the ads. Okay, so this leads to this zone here with Mr. Poison Dude. I wanna let's take a look first. Try to remember, I think you can get Zorua here, no? Walk the plank. Phantom! Hey, Director Clapple. As I've told you, the name is Clive. Please don't forget it. Now, let's pick up our conversation from where we left off before. As I mentioned, I joined Operation Starfall to resolve a sticky situation and to find out the reasons behind Team Star's odd behavior. Above all, I want to know why the students in Team Star have stopped coming to school. And, just like Cassiopeia, I want the team to disband for good. Since joining Operation Starfall with you, I have already had some success in opening up a dialogue with Team Star. And I think I'm starting to understand things more clearly. But I don't have enough information just yet. That's why I want to speak with students from Team Star's other squads as well. If you intend to take on another base, know that you can count on me for backup. Till then, see you around, Phantom. Well then. Oh yeah, you get these guys. You know what? I think we can just throw out like Fletchender or even Gardevoir, and we can just go to town on these guys. There you go. Go Fletchender, kill. It's going on a rampage. Someone stop it. Local bird murders thousands of monkeys. Little monster. Gonna grab your night meds. Ooh. Gonna hang out a bit before you get EP. No worries. Gibble! Electric Gibble is crazy. Hello? Only thing that's strong against that would be ground types, which means Pawmut, I guess. My only concern there then is that it's gonna turn around and be like, oh hi, I have like also ground moves, which Pawmut would be weak to then. Jimmy Prime so he has commands that you can make some walk the plank and also bonk someone. The bonking is more universal than pirate themed, I'd imagine. Dude, Gibble is so cute. Look at this thing. Look at this little guy. His gigantic mouth. Oh yeah, that's ouch. Not my speed. Why is it swords dancing? Hello? Could you maybe not swords dance, please? Is that because you like to bonk? And he streams you mod for man? Got the trusty hammer? I think I'll just capture this, despite it being not a great typing. Uh-oh. Oh no! Then we gotta wait for it to res. Ha! Your rock tomb does not affect me. Sweet. This little guy. This little dude. I love Gibble. One of my favorites. Yippee! There we go. Ooh, a Lumberry. Lumberries are always really nice to have. All right, there we go. There we go. What stats does it have? Okay. Gotcha. What'd you miss? Not much. We just caught a gibble. An electric gibble, I guess. As you do. Alright, let's check out Pokedex. We can get a reward from it. Some of these buttons are difficult to navigate. There you go. Wow! 10 Ultra Balls. Okay. We get more, we get access to some XP stuff. Man. I hate that it gives you like a, hey, heads up, you have a new thing. The way that it does. Without me being able to like scroll through it quicker. Okay, there you go. You playing on a Switch? Yeah, I'm playing on a Switch 2. In fact. Dark type, huh? It's very dark. Meaning you essentially need a poison type to really do anything to this thing. You can do neutral damage with fighting though. Nuzzle? Okay, he's pretty weak still though. Donald Scarlet just need Paradoxmons, but your Violet has been a long way to go. See, I only have Violet, so... Would never use emulators, 100% law-abiding citizens. Guy. Does this kill? It does kill. Oops. I've been actually kind of thinking that I wanted like a proper controller soon. I think emulation is one of those things that there's if something meets a certain set criteria, I think it's fine. For me, the personal lines in my mind are one, how you gotta put it back. Number one, how rich is the company, right? I think that's a fair one. I feel like if you emulate something that you can reasonably buy from a company that's small and depends on the money, that's kind of a dick move. Unless the devs themselves are like, yep, go ahead, emulate it. We don't mind. Which you have some devs that do that. If the game is still in circulation, is a big one. If it's something that you could feasibly get without much issue, without like, say, without any issue, like if it's on a console that's still around, that is still being sold on the market and whatnot, and it's a game that you can just go out and just grab at a game shop and everything, that's another thing. And secondly, Thirdly, that was already secondly. Thirdly, if you already own the game, I think generally speaking, if you emulate something that you already own, that's another instance of being like, you know what, fair. Because you already bought the game. At that point, you know, there's no money that anybody's losing from you emulating something that you already own. And you'll note, like, a lot of older Pokemon games do kind of go under that things, especially DS era Pokemon games. Game Boy, like DS and backwards. Is like a lot of those games are games. Your personal okay goes to games with discontinuous system that get no ports of recent ones, region locked ones, never translate and such. Yeah, I think those are instances where I think it is absolutely perfectly fine to emulate stuff. And I imagine, generally speaking, most devs are also okay with that, right? Because at that point, what's the point? They're not gonna come out and be like, yeah, no, we love it when you do that. But like, I imagine most devs are like, yeah, I mean, if it's no longer accessible, if it's not available in your region, so on and so forth, then it is what it is. It's very unfair if you do it wrongfully. Yeah, I think there's a lot of instances where straight pirating things is just a really shitty move. Especially like in some cases, there are some devs that are like, yeah, go pirate my game. If you like it, come back for it and buy it. And I think in that case, go for it, right? But you have to be aware that not every dev is the same way. And like, if you're out here and like, it's this really small random game on, say, Steam that has maybe 50 people have bought it or some shit like that, and you're like, I'm gonna pirate this. I think in those cases, you are like genuinely an asshole. Because like, you know, that money could genuinely make a difference for somebody and whatnot. Bam. I tend not to go too much into detail with like a lot of emulated stuff on stream, just because it is very much one of those gray zones. And it's a very case-by-case situation. Therefore, it's... Hello. Team star dropouts? You've declared war, that's not really a... Would like to change... Okay. Okay. What's up, guys? That's pretty funny. Nose in League of Legends, your favorite champ is Karma? Was Pike? Very new to this? What do you need new to, sorry? Me. There you go. I don't want to fight an Amoongus or a Fungus for that matter. I didn't realize they traverse by the whole Twitch thing. I think, generally speaking, especially like emulation is... I think it's kind of like a don't ask, don't tell kind of thing. It's like, as long as you don't go around broadcasting, hey, this is emulation. Emulation, yippee! Generally speaking, it's never really an issue. Right? Because... you know, you don't need to really go through some things. People will probably know you're doing it. You know you're doing it, but there's no need to like really bring it up to the surface. I've actually seen some people with like certainly Pokemon games that are very clear that they emulate, especially on older Pokemon games. Largely because Nuzlocke, randomizer Nuzlocke, or ROM hacks, you cannot play those without emulation. You can't. So anytime somebody streams a ROM hack or something, they are emulating. And that's perfectly fine on the site. I think aren't there some categories for ROM hacks? Or am I like tripping? Am I misremembering something? Let me double check. Show all categories. Yeah, show me all categories of Pokemon games, please. There's a lot of Pokemon games. Oh yeah, here you go. At least I think these are ROM hacks. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, so if you just scroll through and stuff, you'll see that there's like plenty of things where. Oh yeah, there's already a Pokemon wins category. That's pretty funny. But there's tons of categories here. If you just type in Pokemon and find the area where it says all categories, you can find so many things. Pokemon Lost Silver, RPG, horror. Pokemon Golden Emerald. You know, it's like there's a lot of them. So I think there's a degree where it's kind of accepted. And I think even Nintendo doesn't fuck around, but I think there's a lot of ROM hacks that nowadays, if they're based off of especially like older games, Nintendo also kind of turns a blind eye to them. Nintendo's ruthless, but I think even they are capable of being relatively reasonable from time to time, you know? That's not to say that they let every ROM hack live. There's been a few cases, I'm sure Azure can probably speak on some of these, where certain ROMs just get immediately taken out. Bam. Except when it comes to Power World. Well, Power World was a very specific thing, right? Because ROM hacks aren't paid for. Power World was paid for. And in fact, the thing that Nintendo ended up suing Power World for was certain game mechanics, rather than actually other things. I'm sure there were some things that were like... and I say this as somebody who's played Power World and actually kind of likes it as a game concept. There are for sure certain designs that are too close to Pokemon, right? And, you know, there are some things where you go, probably change that a little bit, because it is a little bit too close, right? You can turn around and probably make an argument for it being a less inspired and more plagiarized design. But even then, that's not too many. I think Power World has definitely gone into its own direction. And if you look at Palmon, you can tell they have enough of a unique style for most of their pals that you can tell, oh, that's a Power World monster, rather than it being like, oh, that's a Pokemon. At least if you play both of them, you can like recognize them individually. And I think what Nintendo sued Palworld for was more of some of the mechanics that they used. This is bullshit. Some of these are like really. I'm of the opinion that you should not be able to copyright mechanics as a whole. Did they actually win? I believe so. I believe Nintendo did push Palworld's devs to change some things around, if I'm not misremembering. Let's see. Let me Google while we fight. Did Nintendo win against Palworld? Wow, that was a crit. Yeah, it's not as cut and dry as, oh, one of them won and one of them lost. It was a long ongoing legal debate, right? But there are some aspects where they went like, yeah, okay, you can't do that. But at the same, like one of the big ones, for example, Nintendo was trying to do the whole summon and fight thing. Had a judge denied one of their patents from America. Yeah. This was the summon and fight patent. Nintendo lost that, the whole summoning and fighting patent. Which I think is good that they lost that, because nobody should. Let's all look at Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, Lord of the Rings. What a cool and fun mechanic their Nemesis system is. And then remember that you cannot have it in any other game because that's a patented game mechanic. I really hope that at some point we legally go through some things in the future and get rid of a lot of patents for quote-unquote mechanics, because I'm firmly of the belief that iteration and improvement are the lifeblood of gaming. Looking at a game, trying to imitate it but do something better is how we get improvement. And look at, for example, Overwatch. Overwatch and Marvel Rivals is a phenomenal example. Overwatch was deep in the shitter. It was stagnating. Nothing was really happening. Things were going poorly. Overwatch 2 launched. Absolute failure, basically, on launch. However, Marvel Rivals was a thing. A fierce rival competitor just appeared on the block and full-on challenged Overwatch. What did Overwatch do? They basically relaunched Overwatch again, but this time they got rid of the branding of Overwatch 2. And we now have Overwatch being a state of the game that it has not been in for a very long time, at least according to a lot of Overwatch players that I know. And it has consistently maintained a good player base after this, for example. Rather than trickling off. And this, I can guarantee you, was in large part due to a competitor like Marvel Rivals existing. And introducing new ideas and new concepts, a new take on the genre that Blizzard could look at and go, oh, we could also take inspiration from this and make our own system and try and make it better. Blizzard used to be really good at this, and I'm hoping that they find their ground again now with this, is this whole idea of looking at previously popular games and taking an aspect from them to iterate newly upon. What do you want to trade? Oh, okay, this is how you... Right, this is how you get, Mr. Surledge. There you go. Okay, I gotta wrap up here though. Slowly. Why not make the whole world better instead of make Oh, this is better for the rich, etc. I mean, yeah, that's a much deeper conversation, but certainly can be used for games, for sure. A lot of people have been talking since this Power Word Pokemon thing with the games patents, making it so no other games can do certain aspects because copyrighted patents, and some people just want... I think as a whole, if you want to go a bit, if you want my opinion on it, I think there are a lot of copyright ideas and methods that I think internet-wise shouldn't be the way that they are. Their rep is in a bit of time from the... I mean, Blizzard has essentially recovered, more or less, that. In terms of gaming, if Blizzard comes out with a big new game, I guarantee you 90% of people will play that without issue. There were still some people that back in the day went like, I'm never playing a Blizzard game ever again. And they probably meant it. However, the vast majority of people are like, oh, if it's a good game, I'll play. Blizzard's big controversy is more or less over now, as a lot of the big people involved are no longer a part of the scene. There you go. Because I remember, yeah, the whole breast milk incident, for example. If you know, you know. So Blizzard is leaning into WoW and COD. What else can they put out that'll do numbers? Overwatch is a big thing that they're leaning into and making money with. Diablo 4 has started doing a lot better now as well. Good night, Pixel. I feel like they're sitting on a potential StarCraft 3. We'll see if that ever comes out or not, though. I think that's definitely something that they could pull out as like a big new thing. And obviously then you've still got things like Hearthstone and stuff that I think have diminished massively in popularity, but I think it still draws a crowd. But you're right. Call of Duty with the Activision side of Activision Blizzard, and WoW, Diablo, and Overwatch is the main pushes of current Blizzard. Is Diablo 4 recovering? Yeah. No, I think the game is fairly recovered. I remember every time a expansion comes out, I know multiple people who are excited to play it. Let me see here. Can I find it? So, yeah, for example, on Steam, Diablo 4 has a consistent player base of roughly 10k. Sometimes it surges up a bit, and I think that's mainly for like big events and stuff. But on Steam alone, it's on 10k. Keep in mind that most people play Diablo 4 elsewhere. Steam is actually something that is... Am I peering offline on Steam, actually? Why am I peering offline on Steam? Hello? That's a bit bizarre. Anyway. Yeah, join the Discord. If you haven't done so already. Hey, who are we raiding? I think we can maybe raid Cupid. It's been a while since I've raided Cupid. And I go to raid now, so I can actually get some stuff ready. We'll let that's finished, though. Ugh. I apologize for another short stream. We'll be back on Friday for hopefully a much more solid stream. I also forgot to upload my thing again. Let me upload that right now. My schedule. My schedule. 13th to 19th. There you go. Boom. Here's my schedule, by the way. you can look at some of the stuff. I have Jump King on there, but that's more of like a placeholder. I was like, I don't want it all to be Pokemon Violet, so I'll have that there just in case. Maybe I'll adjust and do something else. Maybe I'll do Pokemon Champions. If you guys want to see me play competitive Pokemon, do let me know. It is on the table. Head pat right at the end of the stream. Making me work, huh? Hold on. There you go. There's your head pats. Anyway. Let us raid over into Cupid Isle. Who is currently doing art. She's actually doing Pokemon art, I think. She's doing a Pokeathon. Where every 5 subs, she does a Pokemon artwork. Which is pretty cool. So hang over there. Cupid is a friend of ours. She's the biggest streamer though. So if bigger streamers and slightly more active chats are not your thing, then I understand. If you do want to stay and, you know, come with the raid, I would very much appreciate that. Every extra viewer within this raid makes me look that much better to my friends. No, but seriously, thank you guys for watching. Join the Discord if you haven't done so already. Heads up, tomorrow is a Thursday, meaning no stream, meaning you'll see me next on Friday, should everything go to plan. And yeah, that'll be it from me for today. Consider giving my YouTube a sub, which you can see over at the socials thing. If you've missed a VOD and you want to be like, ah shit, I wanted to see that VOD, or I wanted to watch Phantom's playthrough of a certain game, that's usually where they will be. Say hello to Bart, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay safe, love you dudes.